What's going on, my fellow ghouls? Helfino in the cut, and today I kind of wanted to talk about something pretty important, and it's gonna be a different video from what I usually do, and that is where the Sparking Zero content from me at. I know a lot of people have been kind of asking where my Sparking Zero content at. You know, there's some folks that have been asking me about that, and what you're seeing right now is gameplay footage from like a month back pretty much, because the game's been almost like a month now. So this is some gameplay that I had recently from, I think this was from November, like 2 weeks ago pretty much. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay here, just, you know, while I'm yapping here for you guys. And to start things off, there's a lot of variables and all that as to why you guys haven't been seeing me play this game, and honestly, it's not only because it's in a bad state. I know you guys have been seeing it so much that's in a bad state or whatever it is, but my biggest issue I feel like with the game is that I thought it was gonna be like in that quote-unquote competitive standard, and unfortunately it didn't meet up to the requirements of that, which is okay, you know, to each their own. Like, if people want to see it as competitive and they want to do the competitive stuff, cool, like, by all means, go ahead. I've been there, done that too, you know. I've definitely participated in multiple tournaments. Shout out 𝐒𝐬𝐧𝐤, shout out, you know, Brunch Bros. Like, I've been in some multiple tournaments already for this game, and I think my biggest issue was that I entered in with a mind thinking that it was going to be a competitively viable game, and I had a high assumption that it was going to be like BT3 Part 2. They do not have those qualities in the slightest. And part of me, I'm not going to lie, I find competition fun. Like, I come from a background where I like a lot of fighting games, you know, 2D fighters, anime fighting games. Like, I was a very huge BlazBlue fan, Under Night fan. Like, I really do love anime fighting games, and some 2D fighters such as like Dirt Strike, CVS2, Darkstalkers. Like, I come from a background like that, and I also dabbled in a lot of anime arena fighters. You know, I played some Storm here and there, and it's not really my forte, unfortunately, and that's fine. I have managed and played both fields and both sides of the FGC versus arena fighter whole niche, you know. And I'm a person that subcategorizes a lot of fighting games, but I'm kind of just monologuing and yapping at this point. That's the #1 reason, to be honest. The game is not competitively viable, and that's okay. It doesn't even have to be competitively viable. But that would be my first reason, though. It's that it wasn't to that high degree of standard that I wanted it to be when it came to the competition, but unfortunately it's not there, so that's okay. Like, that's out of the way. I understand. And now it comes to my second reason, which is I got burnt out with the game. I constantly kept trying to just focus on ranked, trying to become a top rank. I really wanted to be a Z rank Bardock. Shouts out to Quada, he got it. I appreciate that he got it, you know. I'm so grateful that he got it, and I watch him a lot. And it kind of hurts because I really tried making it there. I really focused on the goal of, let me get to the top rank as fast as possible. And it gave me that like sense of urgency to get to that high rank as fast as possible, because I felt like I just needed that sense of validation, I guess, just to show like, hey, you know, like, I'm a Z rank player. I know what I'm talking about, you know, like. And that's kind of what my mind was going, where it's like, if I were to have discussions, topics, debates, or even just overall like being able to talk about this game in a competitive level, my rank was gonna be able to show that, which kind of gave me that realization. And this has to do with just most ranked games in general, but definitely meant for the subject of Sparking Zero. Ranked doesn't really fucking matter, and that's where I come from, a place where rank doesn't justify how good you are. It's the players who you face against that do matter. If you look at a place when you're going into like a competitive field, let's bring up a random game, let's bring up like Street Fighter 6, for example. A lot of high tier players there sometimes aren't really necessarily that great. They kind of just go to like a specific rank, let's say like Platinum, I've heard, and they just completely quit the game and then they don't play anymore. But then when you go to like a locals, or like when you actually go to like Discord, like any type of FGC style thing, that's gonna be a higher extensive level of play, because the rank doesn't really matter there. Sometimes those guys aren't even at the max rank, and they're completely amazing at what they do because they have something called skill. And I'm not really saying it like that in a sense where I'm trying to like degrade or like come at someone. I'm kind of just saying like that because I don't know, that's the first thing that popped in my head. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I just feel like playing with the homies, playing with people on Discord, peeps that you know, and you really want to get to that extensive next level of any type of fighting game that you're trying to play, I feel like the best way to do it is like that. You get to learn with each other rather than just going through the climbs of ranked just to not learn anything, and you're not really figuring out your failures unless if it's through replays or something. And some of my gameplay here isn't even like my peak gameplay. Like, this is just gameplay that I had like back in the end of October, because I was literally just trying to see and record some matches so I can have some footage to make some content at least. I mean, now the footage is being used for something now, just not the way I expected it or intended it to be. But hey, we're here now, right? And with everything I just said and talked about from the beginning of the video, it comes down to this one thing here, which I felt like content felt limited to make, because I didn't know how to branch out and open my horizons for this game. I kept thinking that competitive gameplay was going to be the way for this game. I felt like if I pick like different characters and I try to show off and really show their skill sets and really just implement the competition for this game was going to take me to brand new ways of playing the game. And I felt like that would have helped me bond with people, but I didn't feel the burning passion that I did from wanting the game like 5 months ago. I can't lie. And I think that was my biggest drawback. I had very high expectations for the game, and I thought there was going to be no sense of flaws or anything, which clearly there was a lot of fucking flaws. There was many flaws. It's not even a joke. Like, I should have expected it from the devs that were making the game. Like, I should have expected that to happen, because they were the same guys that made Jump Force, and we all know about Jump Force and how that went. Like, come on, bro. Like, well, let's be honest for just a quick second. Like, now looking back at it and now really realistically looking at it, they have so much mid, bro. They really have mid. They're a visual novel company, bro. They made Danganronpa. Great game, but they made Danganronpa. And I not only myself, but I think a lot of us have put way too much grateful trust towards them. And I'm starting to see the game in a new way, and it's literally just a game to screw around with your homies and just play as your favorite Dragon Ball characters and just whip each other's ass. Like, that's all it was really just meant to be. And now looking at it like that, it's giving me a fresh, clear mind, and I'm not feeling burnt out. I'm not getting tilted anymore for this game, and quite frankly, I'm able to think clearly now, which is why I was able to make a Sparking Zero video finally, which is what you guys are seeing now. Yay! And I really truly cared about this game a lot. Like, I defended it so much. I really do care about Sparking Zero, and I want it to go to better elevated heights and become a better game. Only time will really tell when it comes with that, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. At the moment, I am really just like playing for the funsies of it. You know, sometimes I just go to ranked with no clear sense of like if I'm gonna win or lose. I just go in just to go in, and just that's it pretty much. Am I still learning the game optimally? Of course. Am I still gonna go to that high skill ceiling and try to master as many things as I possibly can? Absolutely. Just because I'm taking the game for fun does not mean anybody's not gonna catch these hands. Alright, everybody getting an ass whooping. And that leads to my extra reason here, which is I'm deciding to just take the game in a more fun and creative and just probably a happier sense. I feel like just taking the game competitive when it's not really at that like echelon yet doesn't necessarily mean I should stop completely and just not play as much. I feel like there's way more to the game in terms of depth than actually having fun and being an entertaining game as much as it can be. I honestly just want to entertain you guys. You know, I may not be the funniest person, I may not even be the most technical person when it comes to a video game, but at the end of the day, like, I just love doing this shit. I love making videos. I just love doing like whatever I possibly can, and I just want to increase my potential and skills to really show you guys that I'm dedicated to things like this, and I'm all here for it. I'm so willing to stay for the entire journey of this, no matter how much it kills me. I love making content. I love this anime shit. You already know what I'm into, bro, and that's what I really want to provide. I want to actually get to know you guys, my community, people who actually genuinely love watching my videos and content, so I can connect with you guys one another, and especially with the Discord. By the way, go check it out. The link is in the bio. And I feel like there's just so much more I can experiment with, you know. There's the new Death Note game. Bleach is coming out in early 2025. There's a plethora of anime fighting games such as JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, All-Star Heritage. Like, there's so much I can do, and I'm willing to go all for it. I'm in a point right now where it's hard balancing a lot of things at the moment. And it's because I'm going through a lot of personal endeavors at the moment. Nothing too serious, but that's the reason why the content has been a little bit wonky lately. And that's why I just decided, why don't I just experiment a little more? Let me just try to test out new things, which is why I want to bring back the sparking content, even though it won't be in the intention or the way that I originally wanted it to be delivered. And that is why I stopped making Sparking Zero content. Let me know what y'all fellow ghouls think. Leave a comment down below. Let me know y'all thoughts if you guys stopped playing Sparking Zero or not. I want to hear y'all thoughts about it. Make sure to check the link in the description below for the Suketsu Village Discord. I am planning to host tournaments, podcasts. We can all chat and vibe about our favorite games, anime, food, whatever you guys would love to chat about. Make sure to check out my Instagram and Twitter as well so you guys can get daily updates of what's going on. And you know, just to get to know me a bit, why not? Of course, leave a like and sub so you guys can get more daily content from me. Again, I am planning to bring back the Sparking Zero content, but most especially keep aware of the Bleach content and maybe some other games that I personally enjoy and some other things that I personally enjoy. Why not talk about anime and manga as well? I mean, the channel originated basically from that. You know, I really wanted to make some anime, gaming, and manga content as well. Like, I would really like to talk about the things I'm currently into. I am a very big fan of Dead Man Wonderland, of course. I also love Blockade Battlefront. There's a lot of things I would very so deeply want to chat about. Maybe we could do animes reactions, who knows? Again, I kind of don't want to overstep it. Let's just see where the road takes us. Let's see how it goes. And I very so deeply for y'all fellow ghouls that you guys keep enjoying the content that I so provide for y'all, and hopefully we could chat in the future. But yeah, that's all I could pretty much say. This is 𝐕𝐢𝐥𝐷 signing out. Peace outies.